Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we are going to talk about the current Miracle Exchange. There's double rewards going on the Miracle Exchange, where you exchange for the same price as you used to do before, but you actually get double the materials in return. And this is actually very good for multiple classes of players, for either pay-to-win players, free-to-play players, because free-to-play players can get access to platinum synthesizers, which is essential to actually craft platinum item, and even for example the red lotus lava as well if you want to be spicy as a free-to-play and go for the Cinnabar item. But there's also multiple items over here available. Now, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video is just to raise awareness, to keep an eye on the Miracle Exchange during this week. As a reminder, the week of events starts on Friday and ends on a Thursday, so you still have around 4 to 5 days of Miracle Exchange, and it will have different items. So along the week I will not be making a video every single day about this, so along the week just keep an eye to see if there's any item that you specifically need. So we do have some synthesizers and some extra materials for the Cinnabar Gear, more specifically these white items, amplifying solutions, and also the lava pearl capsules, which are necessary if you want to upgrade your Cinnabar Gear levels. If we go to amplify enhance, as we can see, we need a lot of those amplifying solutions as well. Those are obtainable as a free-to-play, of course. If we go over here to the master dungeons, they are obtainable just by grinding the game. But if you do think about it, it takes like a very long time to grind those specific items. And if you want some actual math, I can provide you some math. So for example, me as a VIP 17, I believe I can raid 9 times, but for example a VIP 15 can actually raid 8 times, and probably it's lower than 15, but back in the day when I was VIP 15, I did a small calculation. So if a VIP 15 player can raid up to 8 times, usually what that player does is that it raids the last master dungeons, okay? And the last master dungeons, what it does, it has the highest drop rates. If you go to the other master dungeons, you can see like there's only one icon over here, so basically just means that it has less drop rate, where at the very last master dungeon you have dungeon 1, dungeon 2, dungeon 4, dungeon 5, they have a higher drop rate. They will drop you actually more items. Now, on average, every time that you raid one of these, and let me just elaborate over here, on average, you get around 7 items. This time I got 8, but on average, like my calculations tells you that you get around 7 items over there. So for example, a VIP 15 player could do a total amount of raids of 16. I mean like 16 per item, so we could do like 8 raids over here and 8 raids over there on dungeon 1, dungeon 5, and we would get around 113, 112 items each. So I'm telling you all of this because just basing on this calculation, imagining that you can only raid 8 times each on all of those dungeons, it takes you around 8 months in order to get enough items for a 240 set. Now, the 240 set, for those who are not aware, is like the peak that you want to achieve, like the minimum required that you want to achieve with the Cinnabar Gear to unlock all the passives, which basically means that you want 2 level 79 Cinnabar pieces and 1 level 82. If we go over here, up there, this is what it is required. So for a set level 80, you only need like 3.3k materials of each, these ones in specific. For a set level 160, you need 13k, and for a 240, you need 29k. But now here's where it gets spicy. Imagine that you actually wanted to go for a full 300 set. This is like a table of each item required per level. Now if we go all the way down, in order to get each piece to level 100, you need a total of 15,000 of each item. Okay, now we can get into a little bit of calculations. If you wanted like 15,000 of each item to get a 300 set, what I mean by a 300 set is that you would have 3 pieces at 100. completely maxed out gear. In order to do that, it would take you around 14 months of just raiding those master dungeons. But okay, maybe you don't want to do it. You want to speed up the process, and which is the main purpose of the video itself. Maybe you want to speed up the process with a miracle exchange, and this time double rewards, even better. Right now, if you would do it like with the normal rewards, which cost 75 unishards for each 100 of the items, for a full set of level 300, you will need 23,000 unishards. Okay, I had to stop recording for a moment because I need to be aware that I was actually wrong. This is even more expensive than I was thinking about. Now, related to the calculations previously, those calculations are correct because the value over here, let me show you the formula, is C102 times 3 divided by the 112. Now, quickly explaining, C102 is actually the number corresponding to the cumulative items. So this is the amount of items, each item that you need to level up one single piece to level 100. And what I mean by each item are those, okay? It's each of amplifying item that is required for the Cinnabar Gear. So in total, 15,000 each. So each we need to multiply that by 2, which we are already doing. And that formula over here, as you can see, actually we need to multiply it by 3 because it's 3 pieces. Because in this specific calculation over here, this 112 is already the amount of items each that we obtain by raiding every day. So it already has the 2 different items. So we only need to multiply it by 3 because they are 3 gear pieces. Okay, so far so good. So the above calculations are actually correct. But these calculations down here were actually wrong, and this is more expensive than I was expecting, because this previous calculation appeared to be only calculating for each single platinum piece that you need to put at level 100. Okay, so let's start from 0. This is the total amount of items that we need for a full set, which is C102, and as a reminder, C102 is the total amount of amplifying items of each that you need. If it is each, we need to multiply by 2 because of course we need to exchange for both the red items and the amplifying solutions, right? And then we need to multiply it by 3 because we need to of course amplify 3 different platinum or Cinnabar pieces. So in order to have a full set of 300, we need a total of 92,000 items. So if we need 92,000 items in total, okay, it's not items of each, it's in total 92,000, and each exchange gives us 100 items. Okay, let's just divide this to find out how many exchanges is this. It's a total of 925 exchanges. Okay, how much is this actually going to cost? We are going to multiply by 75 unishards each exchange, and at a total price of 69,000 unishards. And all of this goes to show that, for example, in the current event that we actually have double the rewards. So for each 75 unishards, we actually get 200 items. And now everything actually seems to match correctly. And we can just double check with the math that we did above. For example, 112 items of each per day. That means that it's around 124 items of each. We can just round up to 200 if we want, but no, 224 items of each per day if you would raid, and it would take you around 413 days. 413. Which means that if we have an exchange that we could get 224 items, it would still need 413 exchanges. This is a weird comparison, but some of you will understand what I mean. And what I mean is, this one, specifically in this event, for each exchange you get 200 items. So if you get 200 items, you need above the 413 exchanges. You need 462 exchanges in order to get the full set to 300. Okay, so it's way more expensive than I thought it would be. It's still 34,000 Unishards is like stupidly expensive, honestly, not gonna lie. And I'm still going to spend like all of my Unishards in this video, but I just wanted to showcase if you are saving and trying to think like something specific, especially related to this, to Cinnabar Gears, it's probably way more beneficial for you to just save up those Unishards for the strike guards if you don't have enough. And well, save up Unishards for strike guards, they will provide you way more power than a Cinnabar Gear will do, because the Cinnabar Gear will be very expensive to level up in the long run. But still, I'm going to spend like all of the Unishards that I possibly can in all of these events, okay? Because what I want to aim with my account is this thing specifically, something like this. And now we do all of the exchanges on the Red Lotus lava. Because of course I just don't want to talk out of my mouth, I also want to showcase what I'm about to do. Now, I have an Overlord Creator Arceus over here, is the third set that I wanted to put at level 300, or at level 240 at least, okay? We have a set at level 240, that is our goal, 187 is the current level. Now, as a reminder, each 5 levels that you increase, you actually need to sacrifice a platinum item, and I probably have a platinum item, some platinum items laying around. So let's actually start sacrificing and start powering up. Just for reference, if you guys want to pay attention to the Creator Arceus power and stats, the current everything, this is what it looks like right now before we actually go and upgrade. 41.7 million power is the current power, so let's get into it. And we are not even enough yet, okay? This is what we got, plus 79 on 3 pieces, and as you can see, there's still 3 levels away. In this specific example, we are going to put our boot at level 82, but now I need to stop the video here, because in order to actually get to the 82 level of the boot, first I will need more of those items, okay? And second, this is the level 80 threshold, where you actually need to sacrifice a Cinnabar Gear and not a Platinum Gear. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that, because the level 80 is the only one that it needs to sacrifice a Cinnabar Gear in order to progress, which sounds very painful indeed. But at the end of the day, this is the set that we have right now, plus 79 on all 3, and I will do the boots on stream, Friday night stream as usual. And as you can see, look at how much power I got from all of that. I did not get much power at all. Okay, let's just show on the screen a comparison of the before and a comparison of how it's looking like right now. And the Pokemon itself, it's invested decently, okay? 4.5k special attack, 6.8k speed on strike stats. It's quite decent for a lot of players. For me, it will be worth it because I have different plans, but for the average player that is trying to save up for strike cards, it's totally not. So yeah, that's about it for today. A little bit of a different video than the usual, but I still hope you enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.